to Keeping It Real Basketball. So we're going to be looking at a few things today. First, let's start with this week in NBA history. November 23rd, 2024, LaMelo Ball goes for 50 points and a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. November 24th, 1960, Wilt Chamberlain sets a record for most rebounds in a game with 55 rebounds. That's insane. Giannis Antetokounmpo scores 50 points on the 25th. The 26th, Dikembe Mutombo blocks 11 shots. The Nuggets set the record for fewest points in the first quarter with 3. Isn't that insane? 3 points in the quarter. That they, by the way, had Juwan Howard. So I don't know how they managed to only score 3 points in that quarter. I know it was the Spurs, but that's still insane. All right. Next, November 28th, they set another one, another record for fewest points. Fewest points by both teams in the first half with 55. Now, what I find hilarious about this is the whole thing about we're done with the 90s. Both of these were from the 2000s. So just saying something, okay? Next one is November 29th, 1956. Maybe we are done with the 50s, I guess. But this one was the fewest points by both teams, 18. That's insane. Also, that's like maybe 9 points each. I don't know. I don't even know how that happens. Anyways, so that's this week in NBA history. Let's move on to the next thing. So this week, LeBron returns to the Lakers. As you guys know, I'm a Laker fan. So I was not sure. I wasn't sure if I really wanted him back. I was concerned about the chemistry. But I have to say, those concerns, as of last game, which was only one game and against the Jazz, I understand that. But he looked good. He was not trying to force anything. He made it happen. I was pretty happy with what he did. So I have no issues. He took a maybe third kind of role, not even a secondary role. So I was happy that he didn't try to force the issue. He went perfectly with the offense. I would say that the first half was a little shaky, like just being real, it was a little shaky. But after that, it started to look good. So if this is going to be LeBron, I'm completely happy with him. I still don't want him on the team next year, mostly because of the amount of money that he commands. If he takes a lot less money, I'm completely okay with him being here. But at the end of the day, if he's getting paid a lot, that's not helping us, okay? That's just the reality, all right? Next thing, it's these guys got fired, the Buzz Brothers. Now, here's the thing about this. I feel like a lot of people made a bigger deal out of this than they really needed to, because the Buzz family does not own this anymore. So I don't understand why people are making a bigger deal out of this. It's not, I mean, I love that it was owned by the Buzz family, but it's not anymore. I think Jeannie has like a governor control and maybe minority owner, but she's not the majority owner anymore. So I don't understand why people made a bigger deal out of this. It's not a family-owned enterprise anymore. It's almost like, imagine you go to mom and pop restaurant, right? And then they get bought out by, I don't know, Chipotle. And now the manager gets fired. What do you expect? You're not expecting them to still keep the same people on. It's a different entity. Again, I understand Jeannie still has some sort of control, but she does not have majority control. She still has to go with what the actual owner says, and if that's what he said, I mean that's what it is. He's the boss. Okay, so I really didn't understand why people are making it look like she threw them under the bus, or I don't know, but I was surprised that we're still on, to be honest. Okay, so anyways, it's somebody that actually I was surprised by. Last time I think he averaged anything over 17 points was maybe 2020 during the COVID season, where everybody was scoring as many points as possible. So I really thought he had reached the ceiling, and that was kind of fool's gold at that point, because I think that was his second year. And 19 points I think he averaged his second year, and then I think everybody was expecting, okay, this guy could be really good. Maybe score or average 25, and done, and I thought he was done. He had reached the ceiling, and that was it. I'm assuming that's why he's no longer in Denver. So, and now look at what we're saying. I think he's averaging 24 points a game. So I'm really surprised. Like I said, this is not something that I was expecting. Obviously, in Denver, he did not have a primary role, but I think most people still expected him to at least be secondary to Jokic. So I'm really surprised now that, I mean, now this is his primary role, and he's doing really well. Let's hope he can keep it up. But honestly, I'm really impressed. Now the question is, would he have flourished like this had he been in Denver? That's a good question. I feel like he wouldn't have. Maybe something about the offense. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is kind of what I expected. Maybe his fourth, fifth year. That never happened. Maybe it's just a change of scenery. But at the end of the day, it's looking good. I'm glad for him. Hopefully, he keeps it up. All right. Next, let's talk about this guy. This guy is pretty it's kind of a sad story, I guess. I don't know what's gonna end up happening, but he's accused of choking his sister and punching her. What I heard is that he gave her a black eye. So this is pretty serious. I understand family it's like they know exactly what buttons to push, but this is still not excusable. It's like, but come on. What do I expect? I think the charges will probably be dropped. This is what I'm guessing. It probably will not. I don't know. I'm just saying they'll probably try to get some deal done, so that maybe the charges are dropped or they're lessened. As of right now, it's not looking good, but I'm assuming this is going to happen. I would just advise him, whatever set him off, take care of your legal stuff, and maybe just cut that person off. Obviously, she was able to get under his skin, and sometimes it's better not to deal with that so that doesn't happen again, I guess would be my hope. All right. Next is Harden, bringing some vintage Harden performances. Kawhi's could be turning too. It's like, look at this guy, 55, 31, 28, 37, 41 the last 5 games. That's the Harden we remember. I don't think we saw this as much last year. Might be because Kawhi is not there. He's supposed to return, but this is still impressive. The unction hasn't quite been working stat-wise. I mean, not stat-wise, but as far as like wins are concerned. But as Kawhi returns, maybe hopefully they could, start a little run, maybe get some wins, and maybe go up in the standings. So that's the hope, right? And yeah, next we're gonna have our correspondent. All right, so guys, here's your correspondent, Jeffrey. What's up, Jeffrey? All right, so tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so what to tell you guys, there's a lot of stuff going on. So, apparently, there's this guy, Pat Beverly, has got a lady's name, but anyways, so, yeah, so apparently he beat up his sister, and that's crazy. So, yeah, I was like, whoa. There was also this thing that happened with Draymond Green. He was like, yeah, you know the guy, right? Yeah, he was looking at everybody, and he was like, some dude was like, hey, Angel Reese, you know Angel Reese, the female queen, and Raymond not happy. He was like, whoa, I ain't taking this. Hello, bro, what you want? And then bro got up, and then Draymond Reese was like, whoa, oh. I'm not used to picking them big boys. I'm used to picking little boys. Hey, I'm just gonna get out of here with 13 my legs. So Draymond Green just got out of there. Yeah, he a little scaredy boy. Little scaredy cat going. He's like, I ain't staying, boy.
All right, thanks, Reggie. That's That's it for the show. Keeping it real basketball. Again, if you like this show, like and subscribe. I'll do another one next week. Talk to you guys later.